still on the stitches. Hi, I'm Sue, also known as Crafty Knitter. This is 2 Tangled Skeins. We are August 19th, 2012, and this is episode 4.
I'm Kari, also known as Jaded Knitter, and she's Crafty Knitter 7.
What did I say?
Crafty Knitter.
Oh, yeah, 7, sorry.
Because, she knows her own road. Hello, puppy.
He has a puppy.
Because, of course, the second I hit record,
Coffee.
play.
All right, so.
And we don't have a peanut gallery today to help.
No, she's on a bus to Montreal.
Actually, she's probably in Montreal by now.
Yeah.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. We miss you. And Lynn, Toll Baby, who brought us to Chicago, is back in Chicago. So who's the insane one? Yeah.
She only drove halfway this time.
Yeah, Rob met her, so. All right, already off topic. Isn't this wonderful?
Oh, yeah. Coffee.
So, yes, these are our mugs. ICANN has yarn.
And knit fast, dye warm.
Awesome.
And coffee.
Okay.
Who's the coffee from?
The coffee is from Shanty Coffee, who is a local roaster, friend of ours. And it is, I think it's called Fair City. It's fair trade, full roast, really good stuff.
Coffee.
So finished objects. Right after the last episode, not the stitches one, but episode 2, remember the sock.
Of course, it finds the squeaky toy.
So this is the sock right here, and it is the basic ribbed pattern. And I had to frog back because I didn't have the ribbing on the top. Well, they're both done now. So 2 socks done for the hubby. Awesome. And the pattern is by Kate Atherley, and it's on 2.75 millimeters, which is a US 2. I'm really not good at that part. And they're done. I'm really glad they're done. And it's the wool is ALWO Stromful. I never know how to say that one, but
Stromful.
Stromful? Yeah, it's like Smurfs or something. I don't know.
Strom.
So that's my finished object. And Kari has a finished object.
Oh, yeah. This is an older finished object, but I love it, so I'm going to show it. This is my pineapple bag. It is actually a bag.
Yep. And there are beads.
There are sparklies. And it is, I don't know if you can really see it, but it's pointed. It's by Franklin Habit. It's out of the Spring Knitty 2012, I believe. I will have to double check. We will link it in the show notes. And it is a pattern from 18 something. He found it in a book. So it is done.
Like literally 1800s?
Yeah, the pattern was written in the 1800s.
Wow, that's just awesome.
And he rewrote it for modern knitters. It is done in lace weight, 300 and something stitches. Can I just say, casting on 300 and something stitches on double point needles, because these were done on size 0, I believe, or size 1, which is a 2 millimeter or 2.5 millimeter. I think it was the 2 millimeter.
Was it bottom up or top down?
It's top down, so
Okay.
it starts with the points, and then you go into all the pokey bits. And yeah, it's a lot of knitting. I love it, but it's a lot of knitting. And other than that, I haven't actually completed anything in a while. You'll notice this is a trend. You'll see a lot of started projects from me.
And we put them away. I do the same thing.
Yeah. Upside is you'll get to see a lot of things, you just won't get to see a lot of things completed.
It's all good. So poking around on the needles. I just cast on, I'm in a group, Knit Me Happy, which is a group, it's a video podcast, Rachel, which I love her podcast. It's a knit along, and there were 2 sock patterns to choose for the August-September knit along. One was the Katniss socks, and the other one was Socks on a Plane by Laura Linneman, who is also Lala on the Knit Girls. So this is the pattern here. And I've decided to use some yarn from Stitches, which is 3 Irish Girls. And it's called Adam's Sock, and it's in the Brighton colorway. So this is what it looks like in the ball. So there's grays and pinks and the end of the ball like this. Okay.
Yes, that end of the ball.
So I'm trying to hold it there so it doesn't get all blurry. We've had comments, and I've basically just started the sock. So it's a 16
16 stitch.
16 stitch or cast on, the Judy's Magic cast on.
And can I just say that casting on Judy's Magic cast on double points is possible, but it is a pain.
I couldn't do it. So she really loves me because it's on nickel plated and she's allergic to the nickel, and so she did that for me last night. I had to get rid of
all of my nickel plated needles.
Nickel, I is happy. I got a whole set of double points.
Yeah.
So
yay. Somebody's going to get my whole set of Knit Picks interchangeables because I can't use them.
Yeah, and the next thing oh, sorry, not enough coffee. The next thing I have on the needles is the Color Affection, and I have the pattern here, so most of you know the Color Affection. Yeah, it's the rage right now. People are...
Color Affection, Color Affliction.
Color Addiction. Yeah, there's a lot of names for it. And it's by Vera Välimäki, and it's amazing. So I've started the first color, which I have, which is Araucania Ranco Balti. And multi. So notice, same yarn. So this is it here. This is my first color. My second color is called Chocolate Truffle, and it is by a local dyer called Amanda, who is Night and Day on Ravelry, and she also has a website. You can get it from her Ravelry page.
And we'll link it in the show notes.
It's Chocolate Truffle, so I'm not sure how I should show it. I guess like that. And it's nice, although I'm finding the contrast, maybe I should just knit some more, but I'm finding the contrast, it's just a little too close. I'm going to knit a couple more rows, and if I don't like that, I'm going to switch to the green that I have, which is by Cantrix. I don't have the colorway, which might give it a little bit more contrast, but I still want to finish with the green, so we'll see how it goes. So it's a work in progress. It's on the needles. I did some work in the car on the way back from stitches.
She also slept on the way back from stitches.
Yes, I did. Yeah,
slept on the way to 2 stitches. And I still can't believe, Lynn, I can't believe you actually listened to the woman's... I was sleeping in the backseat at this point, and I wake up and go, no, keep going.
Driver listens, we keep going, end up on the wrong highway. We still got to where we needed to go. It just took a little longer.
Hey.
Yeah. And then the poor thing later on, we got off on a stop that she wasn't used to going to. We needed a
pee break.
We needed a pee break because pea-sized bladders. Lynn can drive all the way to Chicago without going to the bathroom. How she does that, I don't know. But we got back onto the highway where there was a split, and she took the wrong split. And after a little while, she was like, I don't recognize anything. Yeah, that added 2 hours to the trip.
Yeah.
Needless to say.
And a lot of that was probably the fact that she had, the two of us distracting her.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because we're good at that.
But I was in the back seat. I had nothing to do with any of the lost parts. Excuse me?
Nothing.
Yeah, okay. The other thing I have on the needles, and it's been on the needles for a while, is the Medano Beach Bag. And I'll just show you the picture from the back because it's a lot easier to see. So it's just a striped beach bag that you tie at the top. I'm not actually going to do the tie part. I'm going to continue it and maybe put some buttons so that I can switch the size when I need to put it over my shoulder. It's made from, it's Knit Picks Dishy, and it is in the Swan and the Ivy colorway. So those are the 2 colors I'm using. And I don't have a lot left. Like, this is the side of the bag. So let me just get this right here. Yeah, the bottom is here, so that's the side. But I can't knit on it all the time because I have wrist issues, and knitting with cotton, it kills me. So I'm trying to get a couple rows here and there. So I'm working on it. I'll get there. I still have the Boneyard shawl. Sorry, the Medano Beach Bag is by Heidi Kermer, and like I said, it's on KP Dishy on 4mm, which is a US 6. The other thing I have on the needles still is the Boneyard shawl by Stephen West. It's just, I just put it aside because I'm finding it a little boring and the rows are getting really long. I'm going camping next week, so I'm going to bring that with me. I'm also, it's made with Sirdar DK Country. It's on my page. It's kind of like a really light minty green. And
yeah, it's a mint green.
Well, what's the other green? It's like a...
Almost
It's almost like a denim green.
Or an evergreen.
Or an evergreen.
Like that bluey green that you get.
Yeah, and it's on 5 millimeters, which is a US 8. What else I have on the needles and I don't have it with me is the riverbed socks. Our friend Teresa, who is proper on Ravelry, and she is also T-Gale Designs. She designed this sock pattern, and it's a beautiful pattern. She has given a coupon code for members of our group, which is the number 2 and Tangled, and you can get that pattern for free up until August 31st if you're a member of our group.
On Ravelry.
On Ravelry. And
it's a free download if you have the coupon code.
Yes, sorry, on Ravelry. Yeah, so it's a really... Do you have the socks close by? We just show them quickly for new viewers.
Of course. Yeah. Oh yes, welcome to all new viewers, and thank you for coming back to the returning one.
We're still getting used to this whole thing. So
this is the... Hold on a second, let me grab a sock blocker here. I have ones with pugs! I do love my sock blockers.
Yeah. I kind of almost regret not getting any because I had the Knit Picks ones, but yeah, so it's a gorgeous pattern.
And it has, it's kind of hard to see on the flat heel, but it does have a partially patterned heel, goes down onto the foot. It's great. Like, I love them.
And what it's a mirror image on the toe,
yeah,
right?
the toes are a mirror image, so they kind of come into a point. And you'll have to excuse the pug hair.
It's,
it's everywhere.
There's not
you
much
literally
you can do
can't.
about it.
My pug has never actually been in my parents' house, and they have pug hair. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's on your needles?
I have, well, first off, I'll, the one I talked about on Thursday.
On the Stitches episode.
The Stitches episode. I called it my insanity. It's actually, yeah, I'm a little nutsy. And of course, you get me in the middle of a row, too. I'm working on my socks.
Sorry, I can, I can amuse them for a while.
Sure. No, it's okay. I called it my insanity. It's actually called the, you want to pull it down right under my thumb there?
Oh, sorry, I couldn't see.
There we go. It's a little hard to see. It's the Queen Susan shawl, and it is by the Heirloom Knitting Group on Ravelry, or the Ravelry Heirloom Knitting Group, I believe is what it's called.
Yeah.
And it is done out of, what did it do? It's soy silk and...
Southwest Trading Company.
Oh, Southwest Trading Company soy silk. And I kept saying I had 7 cones. I have 6.
But 6 cones equals 8,400. Yes, 8,400.
Yards. And I will use most of that to make this.
And when it's done,
she's
supposed to contact Franklin Habit, and they're going to have a party. How big is it going to be once it's blocked?
7 feet by 7 feet.
So, in reason, it's an insanity shawl.
Yeah. Especially since it's done on US zeros. These are zeros, so 2 millimeter.
Yeah, and you had put it on hold for a while because you were having an issue.
I was knitting on it, and it's lace patterned, like the pattern is on both sides of, let's see if it shows up a little better against my hand. Patterns on both sides, and it's very, very fine, and it calls for knit 2 together, left and right leaning decreases, basically.
And that's basically what put you halted right there.
Yeah, I do a couple of rows and I'd stop, and I'd do in a couple of rows and I'd stop, because it was so hard to get them to do the decreases. And I took one of Franklin Habit's lace classes at Stitches, and he had mentioned that on lace this fine, like things like the Shetland knitters and whatnot, this is Shetland lace, by the way, they only do knit 2 togethers because you're not going to see, and I'm guessing nobody can tell where I started.
I looked at it really close, and she showed me the 2, and yeah, you don't see it. Like,
no, you don't, which I'm happy with, and quite frankly...
How much did you get done on the trip?
I got this whole repeat, so from where my hands are to this top part, which is almost an entire pattern repaint.
So, you know what you should do?
Done on the trip, and it's taken 3 years to get done.
You should put a stitch marker, and then let's, every week, your progress. I kind of find that's...
Because, like, I'm going to be working on this every week.
Just an idea.
He'd actually brought this up in the one class, and I said I'd bring mine in because I had it with me. Yeah, he thought I was insane too. And he literally said, you know, let me know when you're done and we'll have a party. I will hold you to that, Franklin.
She
I will
will.
hold you to that.
Yeah, she will.
And yeah, I have no idea how long this is going to take me. So I'm not even going to say. I'm not going to give an estimate of time. I have seen
In her
people,
lifetime?
Yeah. I've seen people do them in 6 months.
That's insane. That's all they work on?
I have no idea. I'm insane. I'm not that insane.
No, it's called having a life.
Well, you know, whatever. See, I've done some really weird things, especially knitting related, so I can't really comment. Other than that, in the less insanity category, I still have my falling leaves socks on the needles, and you can't really tell that there's been any progress. That's because I had to rip it out, restart it. I do, however, have the pattern pretty much written.
Thank you for poking her on Rab and our local people. Even last night at Knit Night, there were, I think, 2 or 3 people.
3 people who are like, so when is your pattern going to be done?
She actually sat down while we were in Chicago and charted it out.
I charted it out. I wrote it out and digitized all the charts this week. I've got it all written, but I finished writing at about 1 a.m. last night, so I'm going to check that over this afternoon after we're done recording and send it off to one of my test knitters. And hopefully we'll hear back from her this week so I can have it published by next week's episode. That's the goal. We'll see if this actually happens. So yeah, that's that. I still got the color affection on the needles. So I took it to Chicago with me and I'm like, okay, I'm going to get new needles and I'm going to finish this. Because I had it on blunt needles because of the aforementioned nickel allergy. I didn't figure out that I had a nickel allergy until, well, about a month ago. I figured, okay, I must have a mild wool allergy because my hands always itch when I'm knitting. And I was talking to my mother about it and she's like, well, every other woman on both sides of the family has a nickel allergy. How are your ears doing? So I wear earrings all the time and most of mine are nickel or nickel plated because I wear the big fancy cheap earrings. You'll notice I don't have those in. Yeah, that's because these started bleeding. That would be the nickel allergy. No more nickel earrings. Wow. But yeah, I took this to Chicago, got new needles. So I'm now working on Hiya Sharps, which I do really like these needles. And that's actually what the needles for my Queen Susan are, is Hiya Sharps. And I was
liking them.
Yeah, I love them. They are as sharp as the Knit Picks ones, which up to this point were kind of the sharpest ones that I've been able to do. And these are steel. I can knit with steel. But yeah, I was knitting and you see where I've kind of stopped and you notice that the end here, yeah, we have a problem.
She forgot the little bitty part of the yarn at home.
This is all the yarn I have left. All of it. Upside is, that is also the last row of this color that I have to do. It is done out of Madeline Tosh. It's Mad Tosh Light in Parchment, William Morris. I should probably show this to the camera. Parchment, William Morris, and then the blue is, what was it? Nebula.
That's the one you always forget.
That's the one I always forget. And that is done on size 4mm, so US 6. And last thing I have on the needles is in my lovely Erin Lane bag with the frog princes on it. I do so love it. Which also has fiber on it, because if it doesn't have dog hair in my house, it's got fiber on it. I went searching for a bigger set of double points. I found 2, literally 2 of the right size, so I'm just going to have to keep going on this. So it's really hard to see, but I've got kind of the center started. So I'm working on that. It will eventually be transferred to my signatures. Oh. Yeah. But for right now, it has to be on double points, and it's going to take me a while to get to the point where I can transfer it, because those are nickel and aforementioned allergy. Yeah. Problems.
So good.
So that's, oh, and that is out of Fleece Artist, Saldana 2, and they don't really have colorway names.
The skein?
Oh, yeah. Skein.
Or the ball.
Ball. I have a ball.
It's very pretty.
It's greens, kind of from a light green to...
It's like a celery-ish.
Yeah, from a light to a darker, slightly darker green. You might recognize the color because my damask is in the exact same color, except it's the one that has the gray in it, I believe.
Speaking of the damask,
It's on hold.
we have a few things on hold. Yeah.
I have a
It
lot of
happens.
things on hold.
Yeah, well, you didn't have to up that on the camera. Eh.
Don't look at my Ravelry queue at the bottom.
Now they're all gonna look.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, forgot to take his tags off. Jingle, jingle.
Yeah, that's the
Pugs.
dog.
Pugs.
Sir Pugs a lot.
Gadget.
Gadget in the background, drinking water.
Yeah.
Upside is he's being fairly quiet.
Yep. So next you...
I guess
Yeah.
I'm kind of going next, I guess. So next is spinning. And you will notice this is, well, you might notice this is a completely different bobbin from the one I had last time. And that is because I'm on my new wheel doing frog hair. This is, I don't know how well that's going to show up. It is silk, yeah, silk merino silver from Ashford in the pomegranate colorway.
Yeah, it's an 80-20 merino silk.
Yes.
Helps if I take her show notes away.
Yeah, we have the show
There's
notes
a reason.
resting on my new wheel. This is a Spinolutions Queen Bee, and as you can see, it's folded. This is actually it folded. This part here unfolds, and then there's the pendles down there, and this pops out, and it actually comes up quite far, which is nice.
Yeah, we can post a picture on the blog of it open.
Yeah.
If people want to see it. Because, I mean, you look at it and you're like, wow, that's a spinning wheel?
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
But yeah, when it opens up well.
Yeah.
So I will put this back because we're currently using it as a table for our show notes. So you can put the notes back on it.
Yay.
There we go. And
Okay, so spinning for me, I will post a photo. I am spinning corkscrews. Yeah. So
Hey,
and I
that
forgot
is
the
a
wheel today.
valid.
Is that a valid beginning?
Well, that's actually a valid way of spinning. Some people actually try for corkscrews.
Oh, yay me? I'm not trying for that, but you know, it's what, my second or third time on it?
Yeah,
And I was at home doing it alone, so I didn't have any guidance. I was supposed to bring it today, but yeah, I forgot.
Whatever.
So,
And
yeah.
just in case anyone's wondering, the motion of the arms, it's because I have a pug down here who's getting ear scritches to keep him quiet.
Yeah. So, what's up next?
Next is Twist. The Twist Fiber Festival runs from August 25th to 26th. I'm now poking him in the head because I talk with my hands. And it's in Saint-André-d'Avelin. In Quebec. Which is apparently a suburb of Montreal.
I don't know about that.
That's what I've been told. Okay,
Yeah.
fine, you want to come up?
It's
All
like
right.
one of the furthermost suburbs.
Oh, Sean.
Yeah, so that's going to be fun. You're taking a class.
I'm taking a class with the Yarn Harlot. Hello, sir. He just snorted all over my hands.
And I'm
Great.
taking, yeah, you're taking one on the Saturday. I'm taking one on the Sunday
Yep.
with Lynn, Toe Baby.
And then Sarah, so Soho 30 and I are taking classes with the Yarn Harlot again on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Is Lynn taking any of those?
Lynn's taking one on the Tuesday.
Okay.
She's taking this. The Yarn Harlot's coming up to do Twist, and she's doing courses at one of our local yarn shops in Perth, which is sadly closing. Janie H. Knits, and she's working with Mattawa, which is the silk hankies that we showed on the Twist Stitches episode. And I'm sorry, I just stuck my tongue out and
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Habit. I'm used to I've worked in customer service on phones for over 10 years.
Just not used to having the audience part of it.
Yeah, I'm used to talking to a computer screen, so I'm perfectly happy just talking to nothing. But I'm used to having a headset on and talking to a computer screen. Luckily, I don't work in that industry anymore.
Yeah, old dabbits. Old Habits die hard.
Talk much?
Yeah. Well, hang on. I'll be good in a minute. Coffee.
Whew, fuck hair.
So that's pretty much it. Okay, I just did the same
Okay,
thing.
yeah, we're done because that's pretty much
That's
it.
pretty much it. Hi.
Hi.
Oh yeah.
All
And I
right.
get to go home and start helping my husband get our tent trailer ready for camping next week. So I will be doing a crap load of knitting. I was going to say something else.
Are you back for next Sunday?
Yeah, I'm back Friday.
Okay, so we will have an
I'm back
episode.
Friday for Twist.
Oh,
But
right.
I'm at Twist on Sunday. How are we going to do that?
We'll record at some point.
Maybe Sunday evening.
Yeah.
Come to my house.
Sure.
Something.
We'll figure it out.
Figure it out. You know, we'll get back to our regular schedule because, yeah, we're still on fiber fumes.
Gold
Yeah,
fumes.
it was just, yeah.
Yeah, you can't see the pile that's sitting on my dining room table right now.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I got to put mine away. I've been lugging it around for days. But now, you know what? Everybody I think I know that needs to see it has seen it, and the rest, well, it'll be on my stash page
And
thingy.
the puppy is really...
Okay, so I think we need to cut.
All right. Bye.
Bye.